I wanna shoot, baby. Shoot.
College. We spend our whole lives looking forward to it and setting ourselves up to get in. We're told it's going to be the best years of our life, a time to make lifelong friends and prepare for a career. Although this time in our lives is an opportunity to grow as individuals, college years are often associated with poor overall health. Many people joke about gaining the freshman 15 and binge drinking on the weekends while only being able to afford to eat ramen for dinner. As college students, most of us often lack the free time and money it takes to take adequate care of our bodies. We often settle into bad habits and unhealthy lifestyles that lead to us not getting the nutrients that we need to take care of our body. For our project, we wanted to look at how being a college student affects nutrition.
In order to answer our question, we looked into some research, all of which had the same general consensus. College students need good nutrition. Now, what is meant by good nutrition? Good nutrition means that we are getting the calories we need for energy, nutrients we need for growth. Having a good diet and a good nutritious diet means that we have variety, moderation, and balance. Studies have been done by the United States Department of Agriculture, all of which show the same general thing. Good nutrition has a direct effect on students' academic performance. When students are getting the good nutrients they need for their body, their test scores and their grades always seem to improve. This is because having a good nutritious diet has a direct effect on neurotransmitters in the body. Why are neurotransmitters important? Neurotransmitters directly affect our brain function. Brain function directly affects arguably the most important thing us college students should be concerned with, learning. Now, what happens if a college student has bad nutrition? Well, we see short-term effects with that. College students will see decreased energy, decreased focus, possibly unhealthy body weight, none of which are going to help them learn. Long-term effects, we see an increased risk of cardiovascular disease, osteoporosis, and cancer. Studies have been done by the Journal of Nutrition and Education. They have found that nearly 60% of college students in America are food insecure. This means that college students are not getting the quality and quantity of food they need to nourish their bodies and learn.
But these are just general facts. How do they apply to students here at Whitworth? To find out, we interviewed Brian Alt, a junior student athlete living off campus for the first time.
Surprisingly, I actually get a little bit more variety in what I eat. I'm a pretty picky eater, and when I was on campus, I pretty much lived at the sandwich bar. Now that I'm off campus, I kind of have a little bit more choice in what I make and what I buy for dinner and lunch. Probably off campus better than on campus. It's not more convenient, but I get more of the food that I want.
While Brian found that he had better nutritional habits living off campus, we found a contrasting view in our next interviewee, Bryson Davis, a senior living off campus for his second year.
All right, well, what we got here is my shelf here. You can see I got a lot of the easy stuff. Cheap protein, another key staple of my diet. Peanut butter and tuna. Bread, even faster way to get carbs into your body. I eat mostly for sustenance these days. My mom was a great cook, and I never learned anything from her, so I just I'll eat 3 pieces of bread just to be not feeling terrible. I ate way better when I was on campus, because I eat basically spaghetti and a lot of bread and stuff. Saga was obviously perfect because they were convenient, but yeah, they're all around better. I was eating way better, and I was eating more of regular meals. I skip a lot of meals these days.
For our final comparison, we interviewed Sam and Kenzie, two upperclassmen living and eating on campus.
On campus, we have Sodexo, the grill, and the coffee shop.
I feel like we have good options, even on the days that I don't have something that I like to eat. There's still a lot of variety to choose from.
I feel like people complain about it a lot, but it's easy access to get in, and I always find something that I can eat. My diet has gotten worse since coming to college. I think that when I go home and when I lived at home, I was more intentional about eating more nutritious food.
While it appears that eating on campus can have its perks,
It's also important for students to be intentional about what they choose to eat when they're given such a variety of options. We can see that both on and off campus dining can cause college students to lack variety, moderation, and balance, leading to poor nutrition and overall health.
Throughout the course of this project, we've looked at a bunch of different research and talked to different people that have lived both on and off campus to see just how being in college affects your nutrition.
From the specific individuals we looked at here at Whitworth, it seems that their nutrition and diet was mostly affected by accessibility, but also preference. Brian, an off-campus student athlete, says that he actually preferred the way his diet is while living off campus. This is because, as a picky eater, he didn't like the options that were provided with the on-campus dining.
Other students that live off campus, though, such as Bryson, who we interviewed, talk about how accessibility and convenience of living on campus and having a variety of choices is actually better for their health and nutrition. There's a wide array of options when it comes to eating in college. Sometimes you have too much of something, sometimes you have too little, but it all depends on taking nutrition into your own hands and just figuring out what's good for you.
Although eating healthy might require more work, in the long run, the benefits will outweigh the costs.
Yeah.